In 1942, Hollywood's dashing hero, Errol Flynn, found himself in the middle of one of the most shocking trials of the Golden Age. Accused of statutory rape by two teenage girls, his world, once filled with fame and adoration, was turned upside down. The courtroom was filled with tension as the young women recounted graphic details of their experiences with the famous actor. Flynn's charm and public image as a fearless swashbuckler, adored by millions, couldn't protect him from the grim accusations that surfaced. This trial revealed a side of Flynn no one could have imagined, and the truth would stay buried for decades. Flynn was known for his roles in iconic films like Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood. He was the epitome of Hollywood glamour. Women adored him. Men wanted to be him. He was the quintessential action hero of the 1930s, a man whose daring on-screen persona matched his off-screen exploits. But as the trial revealed, his fame and good looks had a darker purpose. Two young women, Betty Hansen and Peggy Satterley, came forward with accusations that Flynn had used his fame to manipulate them. Flynn, 33 at the time, was accused of seducing them, plying them with alcohol, and taking advantage of them. The shocking nature of these accusations left the public in disbelief, struggling to reconcile the charming actor they knew with the man being described in the courtroom. Despite the graphic testimony and overwhelming public interest, Flynn was acquitted of all charges in 1943. The courtroom erupted in applause when the verdict was read, and Flynn, ever the showman, smiled and waved as if nothing had happened. Women rushed to embrace him, some even tearing his coat buttons off as souvenirs. The trial may have ended in his favor, but the scandal left a lasting stain on Flynn's career and reputation. While the world may have forgiven him, the dark side of Hollywood was forever altered by the revelations of that trial. Flynn would continue to work in films, but the image of the charming, fearless hero would never quite be the same again. Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle, one of Hollywood's biggest stars in the 1920s, had the world at his feet. He was paid a fortune, earning $1 million in a time when no one else in Hollywood came close. His face was everywhere, his comedy lighting up silent films, and he was seen as a peer of other legends like Charlie Chaplin. But everything changed over one fateful weekend in 1921. Arbuckle, known for his jovial nature, threw a wild party at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco, where an actress named Virginia Rappe fell ill and later died. Her tragic death would spark a scandal that would forever change Hollywood's image. The shocking twist came when Virginia's friend, Bambina Maud Delmont, accused Arbuckle of sexually assaulting Virginia, claiming that he had crushed her with his weight. The press jumped on the story, printing every sordid rumor they could find, while Hollywood held its breath. Though no physical evidence of rape was found, the sensational accusations spread like wildfire. The public didn't care for the details, they were hooked on the drama. Arbuckle was arrested and charged with murder, but the case quickly became about more than just one tragic night. With Hollywood's reputation on the line, the studios pushed their own narratives to protect their stars, painting Arbuckle as guilty in the court of public opinion. Despite being acquitted after 3 trials, Arbuckle's career was never the same. The damage was done. Studios shunned him, pulling his films from theaters, and he was forced to work under fake names just to make a living. Hollywood, shaken by the scandal, introduced the Hays Code in 1922 to protect its image, dictating everything from how actors could kiss to what language could be used on screen. But even after the verdict cleared Arbuckle's name, the studios couldn't erase the stain of scandal. Arbuckle's rise to fame and his painful fall from grace changed Hollywood forever, showing just how much power the press and public opinion held over the stars. On the morning of February 2nd, 1922, William Desmond Taylor, a respected director in Hollywood, was found dead in his bungalow in Los Angeles. His valet, Henry Peavy, discovered him lying on the floor, shot in the back. The crime scene quickly became a circus, not only swarming with police but also with studio fixers whose job was to protect Hollywood's image. Evidence was tampered with, and within hours, the story took a twisted turn. Hollywood's powerful studios were in damage control mode, trying to suppress the details of Taylor's mysterious death before the public could get wind of the truth. Taylor was known for his remarkable ability to bring out deep emotions in the actors he worked with, but beneath the surface, he led a double life. His secret relationship with young actress Mary Miles Minter came to light after his death, sparking public shock. Love letters found at the scene revealed an intense and passionate connection between the two, but there was more. Taylor wasn't who he claimed to be. His real name was William Cunningham Dean Tanner, and his mysterious past was full of secrets. As the investigation unfolded, it became clear that Taylor had been blackmailed, and some believed the powerful people he had crossed, including those in the drug trade, had reason to silence him for good. The case never found closure. Despite various theories, including the possibility of blackmail or revenge, the truth was buried, much like many of Hollywood's secrets. Years later, in 1964, an actress named Margaret Gibson, on her deathbed, claimed to have been the one who killed William Desmond Taylor, but no evidence could prove her confession. The murder was never solved, leaving Hollywood's dark side to fester in secrecy. Taylor's death marked one of the most haunting and unresolved mysteries in Hollywood, a grim reminder of the lengths the studios would go to protect their stars and their empire. Charlie Chaplin, the man who made the world laugh with his silent comedy, had his own dark secrets that would eventually tarnish his image. In 1918, at just 29 years old, Chaplin married 16-year-old Mildred Harris, who claimed she was pregnant, though she wasn't. Shortly after, they had a child, but the baby tragically died just 3 days later. Their marriage quickly fell apart, and Chaplin's personal life became more chaotic. But the real scandals began when Chaplin set his sights on a young actress named Lita Gray, who was just 16 when their relationship started. This time, there was no pregnancy claim, but instead, a marriage in secret that would come to haunt Chaplin for years. Lita later accused Chaplin of emotional abuse and forcing her into disturbing sexual acts. Their bitter divorce became one of Hollywood's biggest scandals, costing Chaplin $600,000, an astronomical amount at the time. The media had a field day, and Chaplin's once pristine reputation as a beloved public figure was shattered. As if that wasn't enough, in the early 1940s, Chaplin's personal life took another hit when he was involved in a paternity suit with a 21-year-old actress named Joan Barry. She claimed Chaplin was the father of her child, despite the fact that blood tests proved otherwise. But the courts didn't care, and Chaplin was forced to pay child support for a child that wasn't his. This series of personal scandals ultimately led to Chaplin's exile from America in 1952. While attending the premiere of Limelight in London, the U.S. government revoked his re-entry visa, citing moral and political reasons. The allegations and legal battles had caught up with him, and Chaplin, once the golden boy of Hollywood, spent the rest of his life in Switzerland. Despite his genius on screen, Chaplin couldn't outrun the dark side of his personal life, and the public's perception of him would never be the same. The shocking stories of Hollywood's biggest stars don't end with Chaplin. Marlon Brando, one of the most iconic actors in film history, had his own turbulent journey, filled with defiance and scandal. Brando, known for revolutionizing acting with his raw, powerful performances in films like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather, was never one to play by Hollywood's rules. In 1973, at the Academy Awards, Brando stunned the world by refusing the Oscar for Best Actor. Instead, he sent a Native American activist, Sachin Littlefeather, to protest the industry's treatment of Native Americans. The moment was electric, but it also marked the beginning of a more defiant and controversial era for Brando. Behind the scenes, Brando's personal life was chaotic. He was notorious for his difficult behavior on set, often clashing with directors, including during Mutiny on the Bounty, where his constant arguments caused delays and budget issues. But it wasn't just his career that was in turmoil. His personal life was just as dramatic. In 1990, his son, Christian Brando, shot and killed the boyfriend of his half-sister, Cheyenne, in what was claimed to be an act of protecting her from abuse. The public followed every detail of the case, and Brando's own admission of failure as a father left him exposed to even more scrutiny. The media had a field day, and his image was forever tainted, showing how Hollywood stars were not immune to the same dark struggles that affected so many others. Brando's career never truly recovered after the tragic events involving his family. Though he remained a respected actor, his reputation as a family man was shattered. His chaotic personal life, combined with his public acts of rebellion, painted a picture of a man both legendary and deeply flawed. Hollywood's treatment of him, much like so many others, became a reflection of the industry's darker side, where fame could mask the most shocking of secrets. As we've seen, Hollywood's golden era was filled with secrets that would forever change the way we view the stars of that time. From the shocking trials to the scandals that tarnished legendary careers, these stories remind us that behind the glamour, there were dark, hidden truths. But the most shocking part? This is just the tip of the iceberg. Many more stories remain buried, waiting for their time to be uncovered. Do you think these scandals had a lasting impact on Hollywood's legacy? How did the industry manage to protect its stars for so long? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more shocking updates on the secrets of Hollywood's past.